Hi everyone, in this video, I am so excited because we have a new advisor and doctor in the healthcare private domain field and realm. I'm happy to introduce Dr. Sheila Day. And so I'll let you do just a quick introduction, doctor, and then we'll ask some questions, okay?
Thank you, Dr. Lane. I'm Dr. Sheila Day, naturopathic doctor, former paramedic. And I just know that when you give the body exactly what it needs and stop giving it what it doesn't need, it can self-heal. That's what it's designed to do. And I also believe that we should live life freely and in the manner that we find best for us.
Yeah, okay. So one of the reasons this is so exciting is Dr. Sheila has had a private health association for about 4 years and just transitioned to a ministry. So we have somebody who's been doing this for a while the rest of us are fairly new. So the first question I have for you is, how did it go for you in the private domain?
Oh my gosh. So working as a paramedic, I saw a lot of things. And then going through school for a naturopathic doctor, there was all the compliance education that just did not feel good. I'm like, wait a minute, I can't say healing. I can't say cure when our bodies can heal and there are cures. I'm sorry. I just don't understand how I can be restricted that way in speaking the truth. I'm a truth speaker. So that was very freeing. I actually met David through a mutual friend, and it was just like divine connecting, because God knew my heart, and I felt like he put me on this path and provided the way for me to be able to help people freely in the way that he intended anyway. You know, helping to my whole mission is to empower other people, because yeah, just growing up, that was an issue for me, seeing people being bullied. And then in the healthcare institute, the bullying and the manipulation and the control, I'm just not okay with that. So I love being in practice in private domain. It's just very freeing. We can speak freely.
Yeah, so neat, because it's in that member to member structure, and we get to talk about what we need to talk about in order to convey how the body does heal itself.
Exactly. And people have a right to have the care that they want, not something that somebody else tells them they have to have. Like, I don't know if we can freely share this, but when the whole Obamacare came down and we were being taxed or fined or punished for not having health care, I'm sorry, that's nobody's business but mine. It's my life, and I decide if I want to pay into a system or not pay into a system, which I don't and haven't in over 20 years, because right. I know how to take care of my own health, and that's my responsibility. It's nobody else's. And if I want to use natural sources for healing, I have a right to do that. I don't need drugs. So I feel the same way about other people. They need to understand they have a right to take care of their own bodies and their own health in the way that they see best for them.
Yeah. So exciting. So, okay, so you had a private health association, a faith-based private health association for almost 4 years. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you just recently transferred into the ministry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple things around that. Why the decision to do that?
Several decisions. One was invasion from local government authorities, because my healing center is on my personal property. Okay. In a residential area, and they saw fit to come nose and find out what was going on my property, which I did not feel was okay. Nope. And because it looked like there might be some ability to earn money in this little building, they assessed my entire personal property as commercial property. I'm sorry, that's not okay. This is private property. This is a private business. Yep. So the suggestion was made, you know, everything you're doing is ministry already. Why don't you form a ministry? And I did. And now deeded my property into the ministry. We are free. We talk about God in everything that we do. He's the only reason we have everything we have. And our daily conversation is empowering other people, getting them back to the truth, empowering them to take their health back, their freedom back, their power back, and stop giving it away to other people. So the ministry is awesome. Another thing great about it is because we don't take insurance, I just won't be a part of that system. It's not God's system. It is a system designed to take us away from our creator, away from nature, and I won't be part of it. And so with that, a lot of people are like, well, do you accept insurance? No, but guess what? This is a ministry. So your payments and services here are tax deductible. People love that.
I love that. So good.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. I know people are going to ask, it's really been coming up a lot, and how these conversations go. I had not intended to ask you this, but people are going to ask, how, if you feel comfortable, how did you deed the property to the ministry?
So you have to do a warranty deed where I live. Now that's going to be different in every state. You have to look at your state guidelines or possibly county guidelines as well. So I had already had to make some changes in mine before, so I was already familiar with the process of deeding it into the ministry. So, and then, in your founding documents, I'm a trustee of the ministry. So it removes me as the target now. Okay. And now I'm taking care of the ministry, which the ministry owns this property.
Nice.
Does that clarify?
That's exciting. That clarifies. I know there's going to be a ton of other questions. Get ready.
Yeah. It's a lot to learn.
Yeah, it's a lot to learn. And I feel like we're just scratching the surface of the possibilities of what we can do in our associations and our ministries. Yep. And we need some more experts in ways to do this. So we're working on it. And there's a lot of people out there I'm seeing show up that they have these skills and tools too, and know more about these things. So if you're one of those, please let us know, because we could use your help in figuring all of the ins and outs. And she's right. This is the same conversation around sales tax and that sort of stuff. It's a state by state is different. So sometimes we are going to put those things back on you. Go find out about your state, and then we can start to sort it out. So we're not trying to dodge it. We talk about those things, but we're just saying, we don't know. We don't live in your state.
Yeah, there would be no way to cover all the states.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. All right. So really quick recap. You did have governmental authorities come snooping around on your property. They can't do that.
No, I have a no trespassing sign now that tells them or reminds them that they can't do that, or I can prosecute. Yep.
And I've had that from the get-go. When I started my association, I've got that no trespassing sign. So very important. And so they did. And then you said, no, you can't do that. But in order to just add that extra protections and walk through things like deeding the property to the ministry, you decided to become a ministry. Is that right?
Well, and I actually was like most people, when something happens, you get in that fear mode of thinking, oh my gosh, I'm in trouble. Now what do I do? I did not think at the time to stand up and say, wait a minute, this is a private association. Okay. It's registered as a private association, and they had no business on my property, but instead I complied and I paid the taxes so that made me a captive to their bondage. And so now it was too late. So the only choice really I had to get free from that was to become a ministry, which I'm very thankful for, because I love being a ministry even more so than a private association, because I have much more freedom. And that's really everything that I do is ministry to God and natural medicine and everything that He gave us in the very beginning we are supposed to be free. We're free. He is the one we answer to, not to man. You cannot serve God and mammon.
Nope.
And I serve Him.
No, exactly.
And everything that I do is in service to Him and helping people, all His children.
I love it. It's God's law. It's God's
That's right.
law.
That's right.
So that's actually kind of exciting. It sounds a little scary, everybody, but it's exciting. She's still here. They didn't haul her away.
Nope. And I never paid the Obama tax.
And she didn't pay the Obama tax. Neither did I. And made a mistake and learned from it and grew, and now the structure is better. So we get to make mistakes, it is scary, but learn from this, put that no trespassing sign up from the get-go. And okay, thank you so much. We're going to be back with a couple more questions in the next video. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and we'll see you in a minute or in the next video next week.